Oh man, you skip me here and I'm fantastic. How are you doing? No, literally, how are you doing? Because I gotta ask y'all something. How do y'all feel when you have somebody literally tell you? Because I always ask people, "Hey man, how you doing?" They be like, "I'm good. I can complain, but who will listen?" And like that shit kind of annoys me. I'm gonna tell you why that annoys me. Because it feels like something is bothering you, but you just don't have the courage to say it, and you're afraid that somebody's gonna judge you. So I had 3 people tell me that like this month, and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna just let that slide. You know what I just decided? I was like, you know what? I'll listen. Yo, when I said that, they started opening it up, and they started telling me things that was just private, and I was just like, wow, you are going through it. And what I realized is that when people say that, that quite literally is a cry for help. And it's kind of sad because I feel like people want to open up to people, is that they're afraid of how they're going to be viewed. And you just can't open up to everybody because they could use that against you. So I also have that understanding. My problem is, I don't have a problem with it. My problem is that if you actually keep those feelings that you're feeling hidden within you, yo, that could build up to the point where you just get angry off a hair trigger because you're burying the shit you're dealing with so far. Like, emotions is your bowel movement, all right? Maybe this sounds crazy, but think about it like this, right? Have you ever had to take a dump, right? Like a full-on dump, but you're holding that in? And you're holding that in, and all your muscles are contracting because you just don't want to let that thing go. But the more you hold it in, your mind isn't working right, your body is tense, you're trying to keep a good composure so that you don't shit yourself. The thing is that is literally your emotions, because the more you bury it in, the more you're like thinking about it, the more you're like living within that emotion, you're not expressing it, you don't have somebody to express it to, that could go crazy. Like, you'll be like Leonardo DiCaprio in every movie when he freaks the hell out. You'll be like Nicolas Cage where he has his little tantrums in every movie. Like, you will literally go off on a hair trigger. And that's not a good thing for anyone. You know? I do really believe that in society people are struggling with dealing with their emotions. And I just think that if majority of people took time to actually listen, maybe the world would be different. And listen to the point where they're not judging what someone's experience is going through. Because we've all been through some shit. Alright? We've all been through some trauma. We just cope differently. Some people cope with substance abuse. Other people cope with exercise. At the end of the day, people also need to cope by expressing it to someone that they feel safe with. Because if you don't feel safe with anybody, you're going to feel alone. And you don't want to be alone. Nobody, we're not meant to be alone, okay? We're not. We're meant to find a community that respects and loves us, alright? That's why people go to religion. That's why people do sports. That's why people have hobbies. So if you're struggling right now, and you say some shit like, I could complain, but who would listen? Maybe, just maybe, you need to find people who will actually listen and who will respect you enough to give you the love and support you need. So I want to let you know that you are fantastic. You just need somebody to listen to you. I hope you have a great day.